Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. You are climbing to the top. We got the Queen of Pentacles, and then we got the Seven of Pentacles right next to it. And I'm hearing nobody's going to be able to stop you from getting money. You guys are on a path to long-term success. And there's somebody that wanted to come in and be some sort of dictator in your life. They wanted to cause you maybe some sort of mental delusions here, because we got the King of Swords in reverse, dictator, injustice, manipulation, lack of structure, irrational, cold, abuse of power here. Somebody's mad that they can't abuse any sort of power over you because you don't need them. There's something about you putting in the hard work on your own. You're not trying to use anybody to climb to the top. You guys are doing it yourself, and this is like driving someone to anger. We got the Queen of Pentacles here underneath the feeling, and then underneath that we got the Eight of Swords, feeling powerless, unproductive, victim mentality, trapped, restricted, helpless, imprisonment, and dilemma is coming out here. Underneath the Queen of Pentacles, nurturing, healer, practical, homebody, homemaker, working parent, financial provider, organized, social consciousness here. Because you have all of the traits of the Queen of Pentacles, somebody is feeling powerless when it comes to trying to control you or your finances or how you move here. Some of these people could have tried to infiltrate your social life, or they tried to turn people against you. But this person was all about getting into your mind and trying to control your brain here and the way you do things and the way you think, so that he can hinder your growth, so that maybe he can live off the money and the wealth you were bringing in here. I'm seeing a lot of you guys, you moved on, you snapped out of this. This person could have thought that they had a strong hold on you, so it's really hard for them to conceptualize the fact that you're gone. We got emotional detachment, indecision, hesitancy, anxiety, too much information, mental turmoil here. And this is coming out under blocked creativity, gloominess, clouded joy, emotional disappointment. Somebody thought that they could like block your creativity and your forward movement by confusing you, stagnating you, and putting you in a place where you're all about your emotions and your feelings, so you couldn't concentrate on your forward movement. I'm like, that might be impossible for a Sagittarius. A Sagittarius can always think their way out of certain situations. You guys put your mind first. You're not letting anybody control your mind here. You guys are using to combat this emotional detachment. You guys are moving on from anxiety. Somebody wanted to maybe give you too much information, overload your mind, put you in a state of not knowing what to do next here. Whereas somebody else is coming in and giving you things step by step very clearly, so that you can follow, and asking you any questions in between here. You know, like some, because you have, I feel like you guys have good examples here of positive business, so nobody's able to do bad business with you here. If you guys are just starting out in your business, beware of people who want to manipulate and exhaust you, because we got teamwork here in reverse. Somebody's mad you don't want to work with them, and you don't want to be you don't want to be a part of their team. You don't want to collaborate with this person. You're definitely never going to be anything that this person can own, and somebody might be crying real tears over you and your growth and your forward movement, and the fact that you're just not willing to mess with them. You know, we got problems with business, broken promises, forceful, domineering, disrespectful, impulsive, and bad temper here. Somebody's having problems with their business in general, as people are maybe giving them lawsuits or walking away from this person because they're trying to be domineering over everybody. Somebody thought that they were the captain of the ship, and other people are like, I'm getting off of this ship. And I feel like some of you guys might have inspired other people to move on and move forward, because you guys have such dignity to you. You're like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm finding something else. And this could either be a friendship, like, because I'm saying for some of you guys, this is definitely a feminine energy. Other you guys, this was like a male energy. This could have been a manager. This could have been somebody that was a producer for some of you guys. And they could have had multiple women that they were trying to, like, I don't know, break down and, like, have them submissive towards them here. You guys aren't going through any of that, and nobody goes for this person here. Everybody walks away from this person. Somebody's upset because they said they felt like having access to you was like, it was like you were their first bad B. They're like, their first good worker, the first person that actually took them seriously. And this kind of fed their ego. Now that you guys are gone, their ego has plummeted here. Yet failing business is coming out here twice. Problems with business, failing business here. Poor financial decisions, materialistic instability, obsessed with wealth and status and possession here. Somebody's making all of the wrong financial decisions when it comes to life. They are, failing at business here. They're financially, like, about to go down a hole. Some of these people, they haven't been paying their taxes, so this is about to come back and bite them in the butt. Other of these people, they're about to get a major lawsuit, and they're going to lose that lawsuit along with losing their business. Some of these people, what they wanted for you is happening for them. They're in such a state of emotional turmoil right now. It's like they don't even want to do it anymore. They're like, I don't even want to do this shit anymore because they tried to screw over too many people. Of course, it came back to bite them in the rear end. This person thought that they were being smart and, like, engaging in these power plays, chipping off of people's income, like doing things that just didn't add up in the long run here. We got, yeah, unrealistic goals, lack of progress, short term focus, unhealthy lifestyle, disloyal, rebellious, and frustration is coming out here under long term success. Yeah, somebody is, yeah, they're not having any more progress in their goals. They're not moving forward. I've also felt like some people felt like you were not going to be having any progress in your goals. You were not going to be able to move forward. So that they were going to, unless they puppeteered you. So seeing you move forward in life and get more and more money and more income, that's when they begin to realize, like, okay, what we got? Okay, we got finding balance, time management, adaptability, priorities, making a choice is coming out here underneath the Capricorn thing, making a choice. Finding balance, time management, adaptability, priorities, and making a choice is coming out here under feeling powerless and unproductive. People are saying that you guys are very balanced. You guys easily adapt to certain things. You can make changes and, like, very quickly in your life, is what people said after you walked away from this person. Divine, please tell me more. And Spirit is also saying don't trust the first thing that you hear when it comes to people. If you have information, if somebody gives you a piece of information, always check it first. Make sure they're telling you the right thing, because some people, they just say anything, or they might try to, like, I don't know, manipulate you to feel a certain type of way. Transition, letting go of hatred, moving on, leaving behind, relief and journeys coming out here underneath the yes card and the Aquarius and the transition card here. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys, you have transitioned out of this person's grip. They can no longer access you, and you're letting go of anything that was holding you back financially. I'm saying whatever you're doing in business is going to be highly successful here, and you're not trying to merge with anybody because you're aware of that nature that some people have when they want to take advantage of you. But that's it, Sagittarius. I hope you have a good day, night, evening, whenever you're catching this reading. Goodbye.